Alright YouTube, this is Guns Link. I'm going to do a quick review on the Regent 1911 full-size 45 ACP model R100. Picked this up on a Black Friday deal at the local pawn shop. It was having a tremendous deal on all their used inventory. I got this for $240 out the door. Typically, if you're looking for one of these on the used market, you're probably going to be paying $300 to $325. So when I saw that there, and then I figured the mark down in my head, and I just wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing that I left a $240 full-size 45 ACP 1911 in the gun store for somebody else to buy. So it is Turkish made in Turkey, Umarex USA, Fort Smith, Arkansas is the importer. And get a close-up on the we'll safety check this. Is clear. Takes a standard 7-round box magazine. No big frills with these. It's a standard 1911 magazine. My one complaint, well, I have two complaints. They're not really complaints because it's a $240 1911, so it's things that I'll deal with. The beaver tail would be nice if they just put a little bit extra. I'm talking about just a millimeter more beaver tail on it. Would be a great thing. Or shave back the hammer just a little bit, which I'm probably going to end up doing to this. As you can see, I got a little boo-boo from shooting this. It just bit me, just barely nicked the skin, and just a millimeter of extra beaver tail would have prevented that. Then the sights on it, as you can see, they're just standard blade sights. Really no frills there as far as sights go. Kind of hard to acquire your target. They're all black. They are very low profile. So if you were to carry this or wanted to carry this, you don't have to worry about snagging. That front sight is rounded on both sides, so coming out of a holster and going into a holster, you're not going to have to worry about any snags. The trigger on this is impressively light. I mean, I would say this is probably around a 1.5 pound trigger. It's a very light trigger. Breakdown, standard 1911 breakdown. I'm sure all you guys that are watching this know how to break one down. And if not, I'll show you how to break it down. You start out by depressing that, and you flip your barrel bushing. And you want to make sure you don't let this shoot up to the ceiling. And that allows your recoil spring to go limp. You slide your slide back to that first notch on the slide. This second one is that's for the slide catch. This is just a takedown. And you pull that out. Slide comes off. No problem. And then from there you'd pull the spring out, and then your barrel slides through. Oh, forgot to take the bushing out. You spin the bushing back the opposite way, just about 1/8 of a turn, and the bushing comes out. There's a little notch on it. I don't know if it's hard for you guys to see the notch. And then barrel comes out. So pretty basic there. Standard takedown on any 1911 is pretty much that. This one being used already had the idiot mark, that scratch right there from going back in. And when you put the slide back on, you're going to want to make sure this little eyelet right here, it can rock. You're going to want it in the forward position. And then you're going to want to look for that hole when you put the slide back on. And this is how you prevent the idiot marks. Alright, then you're going to move the slide back to that first position that you took the slide stop out with, and push it all the way in. And then return the slide to the full position. And I keep the hammer down because it's easier when it's harder to push the slide back with the hammer down, obviously. For inserting the bushing, you just take it, find that sweet spot for it to fall back in, and slide it all the way around that quarter turn to the right side of the gun. And a lot harder to do with the camera in front of you, but slide it back around after you depress it, and function check it, and it's good to go. So we're going to go outside. I'm going to do 2 magfuls. I'm going to show you accuracy with it, and then of course it's a Gunslink video, so it's going to be a mag dump. Just bear with me. I'm going to load up and be outside. Alright, we're outside, and I'm loaded up with my full metal jackets. I loaded up these this morning to make this video. I've already shot a bunch of cast through it, cast bullets, but this first shooting, this first mag, I am going to shoot and just show accuracy of the gun. These gongs, I'm zoomed in on them. They are, I think when I did it, they're about 20 yards, 21 yards out. So it's a little bit of distance shooting for pets. I mainly shoot rifles, is typically what I'm into, but let's show you some accuracy. Alright, well, I did miss 2 shots at one of the... Let me load up this other mag, and then we'll do Gunlink's mag dump. Alright, I got a fresh mag in. Going to just do the mag dump, and I won't be aiming anything in particular just because I'm pulling the trigger as fast as I can. So let's do it. And that was 7 rounds, as fast as you can pull a trigger on a 1911 for 240 bucks. Overall, great 1911. I say, well, not great, great for the price. Obviously there's a lot better quality ones out there. A lot of these are MIM parts. This is metal injected, mold injected metal. I don't have a problem with something like that. I'm not carrying this every day. But I've probably put about 200 rounds to this thing so far, and if I was willing to have the weight on me, I wouldn't have a problem carrying this. good little 1911 for the money. If you can find one used, work a deal on it, because they are extremely accurate, and that trigger is really sweet on this. I don't know if someone had done a trigger job previously. I doubt it. Just people don't do trigger jobs on a gun that's $350 brand new, $400 brand new, depending on where you get it. Typically, people that do that buy higher end guns and then work them the way they want. But still a great pistol. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more cool videos.